For many years, Paul Brunton has been your teacher. Can you elaborate on the effect his teaching has had on you?
Yes, certainly for the last 40 years, the writings of Paul Brunton have played a major part in my spiritual involvement. And his writing has been a guiding light to me over those years. And I find his writings very profound in a spiritual sense. And his writings are very profound and very moving, and quite often bring tears to my eyes just reading it. It's music for the soul, as I call it. And many of my so-called mystical and spiritual experiences match exactly with the teachings of what Paul Brunton is trying to say. And he wrote 13 books on spiritual involvement mainly through meditation, and he travelled the world, travelled India and Egypt back in the 1930s, and eventually found his master in India, who taught him and brought him to enlightenment. And it is with that knowledge that he has written his books. Dr. Brunton, as he was known, was born in 1898 and died in 1981. But his words live on and still move me even today. Profound spiritual writings on going within and finding your soul through meditation, that which he calls the over-self, and that which he calls God the divine mind, the absolute, the world mind, that cosmic power. And I can relate to that very much with my own personal experiences. And reading his books over and over again, it realizes me just how far I still have to go to reach the level of enlightenment that wonderful man reached. And even talking about him now, I feel very emotional, and I can't thank him enough for what he put into his books that has helped me immensely and kept me on the spiritual pathway, which is the only pathway we will tread. As I've said many times, the materialistic pathway is as wide as we wish to make it. The religious pathway is as wide as we wish to make it. But the spiritual pathway of love, compassion, respect, forgiveness to everything, everyone we meet, is as narrow as that. And that is my philosophy, that having received love, immense unconditional love, that is the philosophy of my life, thanks to Paul Brunton and others who have come into my life in the material world. That unconditional love and the link with the absolute God, the infinite, is the pathway that I walk now.